Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
Over the last 48 hours, we've seen how the relationship between India and Pakistan and the world's most powerful country, the US, has changed in so many interesting and different ways, and I write about it in my column in ThePrint called Global Print. Now, the first change begins on Sunday evening in Houston in the US when Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Donald Trump receive a resounding ovation from the 59,000 people gathered over there. And this is the first of the 5 points that I'm going to make, which is that Prime Minister Modi talks about how the heartbeat of the partnership between the world's two largest democracies can be heard here. So Modi making the point about how India and the US are joined by democratic values. The second is Modi again flattering the American president and saying, "Ab ki baar, Trump Sarkar." Now that is a slogan that we know very well in India, but the way the Indian-American crowd responds to that slogan. Clearly the American president warming to the fact that this enormously influential Indian-American community, which could be possibly a vote bank when he stands for elections again in a year or so. The third is the question of trade between India and the US. At the moment, India actually has a $24 billion surplus in the $100 billion odd trade relationship between the two countries, which is one of the things that Trump himself has been quite irritated about and has pointed out over the last year or so. We remember the arguments over Harley-Davidson bikes that he wants India to buy, as well as smaller arguments over aluminium chicken legs and the import of medical devices. So what happens in Houston is that a couple of hours before this big grand event at the NRG Stadium, an Indian company called Petronet signs a $2.5 billion deal with an American company called Tellurian. And that deal is signed in a Houston hotel with none other than the Prime Minister overseeing this signature. So here is proof, if proof needed, that India wants to have a much greater economic relationship with America, which the Indian government knows will pave the way for a better understanding by Trump of India's problems, for example, Kashmir. Now, since we're talking about Kashmir, let's move to the Trump-Imran Khan meeting in New York within 24 hours of that Houston grand event. In New York, what happens is that the gaggle of Pakistani reporters ask President Trump again and again about Kashmir. They talk about India being the aggressor and Kashmir being the victim. Imran Khan as well talks about how 900,000 Indian troops, he claims no proof about his statements, but he makes these statements anyway. And what does Trump say? Again and again, Trump has the same answer, which he makes in different ways, which is that he's happy to mediate only on the condition that both India and Pakistan are ready for such mediation. So that's the fourth point, Kashmir. Again, Imran Khan wanting mediation by Trump between India and Pakistan, but Trump refuses to say so. And this is such a huge come down from a month ago when Imran Khan sought mediation again, and Trump made that offer very clear that he was ready to mediate. This time he adds the caveat, only if India and Pakistan agree will I be happy to do so. And my fifth point is about Donald Trump making fun of the Pakistani media, which is gathered there to question him, asking one of them if he's even a reporter or does he belong to Imran Khan's team. And then Trump goes on to say that he had heard a very aggressive statement by Prime Minister Modi in Houston, and he's referring, of course, to Modi's connection between 26/11, when the Mumbai attacks took place, and 9/11, when the attacks in New York and Washington, D.C. took place in 2001. Who is the perpetrator? Who is the common perpetrator, and where were they hiding? Modi had asked in Houston. Of course, he didn't give that answer, but the answer we all know is Pakistan. And that's what Trump refers to in this meeting with Imran Khan in full view of the Pakistani media. Imran Khan sitting on Trump's side, looking very, very uncomfortable during this meeting with Donald Trump. So in the last 48 hours, these 5 points that have changed the Indian subcontinent's relationship with the most powerful nation in the world, America. This is Jyoti Malhotra for ThePrint. Please continue to watch our YouTube channel. It's live and direct.